Hello everyone, welcome on back to baseball here on youtube.com/SeanandSourceRex. My name is Sean, and every day at 6 p.m. Pacific time, new videos inside MLB The Show 25. We have just started a 10-game road trip at the franchise mode with the Seattle Mariners, so it's going to be a lot of franchise mode over the next week plus, and then we'll have an off day, and then we'll continue this. It's year number 5, and we've won 4 World Series, no big deal. Today, we are continuing our series, what they're calling the Eddie Vedder series. Okay. Joe Musgrove is 3-2 with a 6.30 ERA. He is on the mound for the Padres. Luis Castillo 6-0 with a 1.47 on the mound for the Seattle Mariners as we jump into game number 44 of the season. Because I don't know, 30, yeah, 44. We played them yesterday. It was a tough victory. They brought in the knuckleballer, Matt Waldron. We really struggled with that. He pitched more than the starting pitcher did. So we're going to have to tinker with this lineup throughout this road trip. But we should be good, at least for today. Like I said, new baseball every day, 6 p.m. Subscribe if you'd like more. Ring the bell if you'd like to be notified. And you'll get notifications. You'll be like, oh my gosh, you posted another baseball video.
Hello from
every day for the last 100 gajillion days. Good for him. So proud of him. And that's what you'll put in the comment section. Like, I'm so proud of you. As we take a look at our storylines, Castillo looking for a 7th straight win. Cal Raleigh hitting 387 over the last 16 games. Polanco 456 over the last 19 games. Mariners in the last 10 games, we've averaged 6.6 runs a game, a 3.01 average with 17 homers. Our starting pitching over the last 16 has gone 103.2 innings, a 1.30 ERA, 125 strikeouts, and our bullpen's been great. 30 innings, a .3 ERA, 35 strikeouts. The Padres the last 7 games, 5.7 runs a game with a 273 average, 10 home runs. And their pitching over the last week, 40 innings, 2.93 ERA with 42 strikeouts. And we're looking for win number 22 in a row. Athletics, Angels, Marlins, Rockies among potential trade deadline sellers. Yankees rally from 5 down in a victory over the Mets. The Blue Jays win in extra innings over the Tigers. Hunter Green fires 7 innings, a 2-hit ball versus the Guardians. In a win versus the Guardians. We've seen that go the other way in a loss, which is wild. Joseph Ortiz, 5 RBI in a win versus the Twins. Enrique Hernandez collects 5 RBI in a win versus the Angels. Seth Brown breaks out of a 1-for-17 slump with a 2-hit performance versus the Giants, and the Orioles increase the AL East lead to 2 games over the Yankees. Quick look at your farm report.
First pitch coming at you right after the break.
I love the storylines. They're a little thin.
A little bit away from first pitch.
But I think that it's at least an idea that they can.
But Chris, he hasn't exactly been stellar here on his
they can work with as they work with it. Oh boy, why did that lock up so badly?
In front of their fans,
we good?
In front of the city, and you know this guy no different. He wants to be more effective here. So you look at the numbers.
Should be good. At least it was just the intro.
I'm sure he wants to turn that
Hopefully it
around,
didn't break anything on the back end.
In this one.
Bad time for it to break. It's a good time and bad time.
Victor Robles. Yeah, that's in for a strike.
First pitch in for a strike. We'll take a look here at what he's throwing. 95 on a fastball, 84 on a curveball, 92 on a cutter, 84 on a sweeper. Circle change at 89 miles an hour. It's outside. Yankees, Red Sox, Guardians, Tigers, Twins, Astros, Rangers, Diamondbacks, Padres, Giants among potential trade buyers.
Inside.
It's a long list.
I think it's very important.
It's a little early in the season to be looking at trade candidates.
The tone for the rest of the game.
That misses.
Outside. Okay. So I'm glad that I didn't swing at that as a protection. I did lose track of the count a little bit there. 3-1.
Good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
That one ripped.
Darn it. It's more good contact here in San Diego that we just can't get a hold of.
This is a ball club that can really slug. Lots of homers, lots of extra base hits. And, Chris, that, of course, a huge part of success in the standings for this group.
Well, if you're going to be successful in today's game,
Oh,
you've got
Robles
to be
dropped
able
to
to hit the ball
292.
over the fence. Just defensively, very hard to find the holes. And when you're talking about guys, coming out of the bullpen, throwing 95 and above, very difficult. It's hard.
Not sure what the biggest detriment to our game was yesterday.
So definitely critical to hit those.
It was either the knuckle curve or having a runner on second with nobody out.
The next to hit takes ball 1.
That's inside.
Ball. Power is such a big part of the success that we see with the good teams in the league right now, and even in the postseason.
Oh, that's
swing and a pop up.
Okay, I'll take a little flare out to right. It's a horrible swing, really, really bad, but that's okay.
Batting third, the center fielder, number 44, Julio Rodriguez.
So digging in, Julio Rodriguez.
Very late. Thankfully, just enough on there.
Right through there for a strike.
So he has one. Full seam at 95, curveball at 84. That's a problem. Okay, so that cutter at 92. Okay.
Swing and a foul straight back. Got him.
It absolutely fooled me. Thought it was going to be a pitch that was going to drop, but fell apart there. Not a good at bat.
As a hitter, when you're down in the count, you're so focused on a pitcher painting the black, and you just get a little bit locked up on something down the heart of the plate, not expecting it.
And no one can get there.
We're not going to push. 26 speed is real slow.
It's a 2-out double, second and third now.
No waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. Solid swing from start to end. On time with everything. Really good balance. Nice extension. And he met it out front for the line drive knock.
Luke Raley up next for the Mariners. Second in the American League in home runs.
Nope, boop, boop.
Tried to check his swing. Appeal to third. No swing. Just held it back there.
I mean, that's a strike. It's a bad call and a bad swing.
And that one
Under that one in late.
Two on, 2 outs. And a count 1-2.
All right, we're in a little bit of an auto swing mode here. All three of them are okay, at least. At least they're at pitches in the zone. And he went upstairs. Darn it. Darn it, darn it, darn it.
A lot of adrenaline, we can see it right there. And sometimes you just
that's the one thing that's tough about having Solano in the second, in the 2 spot. It might be worth flipping Solano and Rodriguez. That way there's a little bit more speed in front of Solano. Because Solano hits well. We've been able to use him effectively.
Back here in San Diego, today's starting pitcher, Luis Castillo. What should we keep an eye on here?
Been a very solid
it's a good lack of aggression. It wasn't going to be close. There's good strength in the outfield for the Padres. It came in quick.
And the batter now, Jackson Merrill.
For the Padres, the center fielder, Jackson Merrill.
All right. See what we can do. We won 4-3 yesterday.
Fastball for a strike. Castillo was recently named.
We took a look at some of the box scores of the last 4 or 5 games or so, and we haven't been winning by like super large margins. Okay, hold on. What is happening? Just throw the ball in. That Yankees game is a little funky. I know that you'd look at it and go, well, 9-1. And it's like, well, it was 3-1 for most of it, and then we were able to pile on late. That is a horrible slider.
Rolled to short, possible 2-ball. Over to Polanco, they get 1. Really,
okay.
First double play.
Feels like such a rare double play for us, but hey, I'll take it.
From start to finish.
The first baseman, Luis Arias.
Luis Arias stands in. And the first pitch fastball is
God, I don't love where that pitch was. Ooh, we've lost the home run lead. Rayleigh has slipped to second. Brent Rooker out at number 1.
Next offering is downstairs.
We'll see where the zone is today. It was a little bit toward that left-handed batter's box in yesterday's game.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
This guy at the dish excels in 2-strike counts. Got to be careful with him out there on the mound.
And
there we go. That's a nice
picks up
fastball.
the K.
For strike number 3. Okay.
Padres go down quietly. Scoreless after 1.
Stop. I don't want that at all.
Second inning
Leading
set
off
to
with the
go.
Mariners,
Now the left fielder, Randy Arozarena. Musgrove, a former All-Star, 32 years old, a former first-round pick back in 2011. And that one is lifted
late
in
on the
air.
sweeper.
Tatis right there to make the grab.
That's a pitch we gotta punish, but we're just
And
not
here
seeing
is
it very well.
Austin Shenton.
It is
Went
his
deep in the
4th best
ballgame
pitch.
last
This game
night.
does like throwing those second and third pitches
And ball
early in the
one.
count.
No score here in the second.
That's outside. Never a strike.
Joe McDonald, our umpire behind the dish.
Yeah, Boog, Joey Mack. Sometimes a little tough to figure out. We may see some hitters and pitchers asking him where a pitch was here or there, but most of the time he keeps it reasonable.
Just
Okay.
missed.
3-0
Cindy,
count.
what kind of strike zone is most frustrating for hitters?
I'd say off the plate, away, and down. And why? Those are the toughest locations. to hit the
It's a good
baseball.
no swing just because I was looking a little more over the plate. He'd stayed outside with those previous 3 pitches.
As the game has moved along, we see more and more information supplied by teams about the umpires. I've been in clubhouses where they have pictures of all 4 umpires, nicknames, hometowns, and as well hobbies listed, just so you can kind of small talk
Darn.
the umpire a little bit.
That's great.
Next to hit, Jorge Polanco. Hard ground ball,
Okay,
base knock.
there we go. Be
So
nice
a
to do that a
two-out
little bit
keeps
earlier.
staying alive.
He threw 3 straight balls and then 3 straight strikes. It's like, come on.
Batting
We were a
up,
little
the shortstop,
too
JP.
passive on the 3-1 pitch.
J.P. Crawford gets a chance to hit.
Oh my
And first
god.
offering is fouled off.
So we saw a sweeper with a Rosarena that was way up in the zone that we were late on. We see a circle change way up in the zone that we're very late on.
Next offering is fouled back. The shortstop
That's
takes
inside.
the ball.
I'm okay with that.
Polanco leads off first with 2 down to the inning.
Oops. No. Oh god. Oh god. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. We just want that. Goodness gracious.
And a 1-2. And that just misses.
Just missed. Everything's been up.
And down on strikes he goes. That K is his 3rd.
Oh
of the game.
man,
One left
everything
for
was
Seattle.
up.
We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score.
It's the second strikeout I think we have where we just looked at a fastball come through.
Bottom half of inning
Leading
number
up
2.
for the Padres,
And now the right
the
fielder,
right fielder,
Fernando Tatis Jr.
Tatis Jr.
Castillo back to work. Tatis with an uncharacteristic stretch of poor play lately.
Even superstars have their slumps from time to time, Boog, and he's no exception. He's too good to struggle much longer, though. I'd expect him to turn it around soon.
1-1 now. And a foul ball.
Ooh. No thank you.
Can't glove it cleanly. Still finds a way to get off a
Okay.
throw.
Hey, nice
And
job,
they get
Rayleigh.
it. The misplay
That's what
made
we
it
wanna
a bit
see.
messy, but they
Batting
cleaned
fifth,
things
the
up
third
for the
baseman,
out.
Manny Machado.
Manny Machado up to the plate. Just
Come on.
missed. Machado working through some struggles lately.
It's interesting that they mentioned struggles for both Machado and Tatis, and they're still 6-4 over their last 10. And the only teams that they've lost to in the stretch was where they got swept by the Yankees, and then they got we beat them yesterday. Otherwise, they were 7-3 before they came into the game yesterday. And even that, we only won by a run, and it was a late sacrifice fly from Julio that got JP in. We really struggled against this team yesterday.
Just not right there. Strike zone definitely expanded a little bit with 2 strikes.
Here's Elias Diaz. That one finds the zone. Strike 1. Ball 1 there.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it,
Neither of those pitches are good.
as you jog back to the dugout.
That one the other way. Polanco.
Okay.
Tosses to first.
So we'll head top 3. Let's check the pitch count on Musgrove and see if there's anything we can do to try and alleviate or up that number a little bit. Hopefully we don't have to see the knuckleballer today, because that would be honestly pretty miserable.
Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league.
10, Victor Robles.
So we're at 30 against him, which is pretty good for the first couple of innings. 15 innings or 15 pitches per.
He was late there.
He's thrown that curveball. He's always thrown the curveball, the sweeper, and that circle change, all right at the top part of that zone, and we were late on every single one of them.
And it just doesn't get there.
That cutter went away from me. And he got me with the curveball. Okay.
We're going to take a look at the pitch sequence of that at bat, and the thing to notice are the pitch locations. Every single one of them on the edges of the strike zone.
Bad swing.
As a hitter, that can be pretty frustrating because you don't expect the pitcher to be able to make quality
both of them
one after another like that. And so
both of them on that curveball.
Damage in a great demonstration of pitch command, and it got him a punch out that time.
Here's Donovan Solano. And the first pitch is drilled in the air out to center.
Gosh darn it, that forcing up in the zone looks a little better than it actually is. One day I think I will learn,
Here's the center fielder,
or I'd hope.
Julio Rodriguez. He swings and fouls one off. Top of the 3rd, no score. Liner, base hit. And that extends the inning.
Well, perfect on the sweeper. I'll take that.
Right there, does a great job of staying in the big part of the field. Man, there are a lot of hits there.
Next to hit, Cal Raleigh. Doubled in his first AB. Breaking
now, if
inside.
Julio is on base,
this is a great dynamic right here. Speedy runner at first, thinking about taking second. Catcher
then I think
time that leaves Jaws on the floor.
Oh, it's a double play.
Oh, can't pick it up
Okay, should have been double play. So we have yet another error against this team. That is the 4th error in this series so far. 3 in yesterday's game and 1 today. We have not done a good job of taking advantage of it. That should have been 2. And what I was going to say is with Julio on first, if we get that same hit,
Luke Raley up next for the Mariners.
We get the same hit that we had that first at bat. That's a run versus Solano, who's only a 20-something speed. So
2 outs. Ripped on a line to center.
and
that's the 3rd out.
Oh, it didn't matter. There were already 2 out. Okay. Well.
Mariners leave a couple, and we are still scoreless.
Shit, I don't know why I thought it was going to be a double play. Either way, we don't take advantage of the error.
And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom of the inning, stepping in for San Diego, Jake Cronenworth.
Jake.
A 7th-round pick by the Rays in 2015 out of the University of Michigan, where he was a
So
two-way
4
guy.
hits,
In fact,
no
the Rays
runs.
used him that way.
And it's been a bit of a rough start through the first 3 turns
That one fouled off.
for the Mariners.
Ground ball right side, and it goes just foul. Got him. And he's registered 3
Strike
Ks
3,
in this
baby.
one.
You usually are going to see that inside fastball a little longer coming in from the opposite side, but that pitch really got in on him right there. That's a well-thrown pitch. Tough to do anything with that in terms of getting the hands through and the sweet spot of the bat to the baseball.
Here's Jason Hayward. Just missed.
Oh, that sinker.
Hayward matched a homer in his last game. 1 out, bases empty. That misses the zone, and the count now 2-0.
We got a little too cute with Hayward yesterday.
Swing
And
a
we
high
almost
fly
did it
ball
again.
right field. He's there. He's
That
got
is-
it. And there's 2 away.
Yeesh.
So up next, Tirso Ornelas. That one finds the zone.
Man, the slider is
1-1.
just not going where I want it to go.
Swung on, belted. And that one hops the wall. Makes the turn and heads for second. And he'll pull in there with a stand-up double.
Okay.
Like he got exactly
So
what
that
he
was not a great
looking for
jump.
right
It was gonna need a perfect jump.
there.
And we did not get that from Arozarena out there in left field. And we don't get that call. That's a strike.
Good opportunity to push across the first run of the ball game.
Oh boy.
And another ball.
Well, they're looking to get on the board first here after that clutch 2-out double made this inning interesting.
That slider's still not really sliding the way that I want it to.
Popped
And
up
we
to the
get a
left.
pop-up
Into
that's going to
foul
bail us
ground.
out of this
Catcher
inning.
tosses the mask, settles under it, and that is the inning. Padres leave 1. Still no score.
I don't think that was a very good location on that fastball. I think it just the velocity beat him a little bit.
And we're back
Leading off for
as
the
we go to the top of the
left
4th.
fielder,
And stepping in
Randy.
for the Mariners,
Yeah, there's that
Randy
sweeper.
Arozarena. And the first offer
On
to
the outside,
fastball
we're
for a
fine.
strike.
Well, these Mariners, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches.
Oh, this one high and deep, way back there. Pulls it in on the warning track.
That's just a really
Damn.
nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before
Just
he's ready
laid
to
on
deal
it,
the
but
next
not a
pitch.
ton of power.
Lifted
Fudge.
to left, Ornelas.
I'm getting so frustrated. It's like they're throwing a bunch of mistake pitches to try and help me get things going. But I'm so used to
You just keep working the corners and expanding that
the
strike zone
pitches
beyond,
in
and
the
they just keep
weird
eating
parts of
right out your
the
hand.
non-dead center parts of the zone.
Strike.
Polanco 5 hits away from 1,000.
Hit
Fuck
the air
me.
Center field. Merrill under it.
Man, I hate the advance
And
all
that is
button.
that.
It's so bad. It is so
On to
bad.
the bottom of the 4th now.
If I want to
Still with
advance
no
all, if they are already going to a base, it should be like you click it and then they all go +1. Ugh, it's an awful button. It's an awful button, and that was an awful inning. It didn't really matter at that point,
What's
but
been happening of late. Really been playing well.
Xander.
yeah, the last 4 games, though, that 9-1 victory isn't quite what it looks like.
Sharp grounder.
Polanco
That's
doesn't
through
get
for
a
base
good
hit.
jump on it.
Man
And that, I
forward
think,
on
is
the
another
leadoff
slider
single.
that isn't sliding.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. I know that was a ground ball, but it was
Yep, that
absolutely
was
hammered
bad.
to the infield. That's not.
Runner on the go. And fouled off.
Well, here's a good opportunity in this inning to get on the scoreboard after that leadoff hit, and hardly order coming up right behind them. This is where they need to get going.
To second, pulls him off the bag.
It moved just a tick further than I thought it was going to. Oops.
Tatis Jr. to hit here. 0 for 1. He grounded out to first his last time. Maybe a 2-ball. 5, 4, 3. And they turn the double play.
Solano does not have the speed. Probably could have gone to third and just got a 5-4 double play there. But Solano does not have a lot of speed. It's bigger to get 2 outs there. Don't worry about that. If a run comes across, it comes across. We should be out of this inning. That's a pretty horrible fastball.
We're here in the bottom of the 4th. And that misses. And 1-1. Just missed. And Manny gets a piece. 2 outs. Outside low. 3-2 now. Good job to fight that one off.
So these were some of the at-bats that we struggled with in yesterday's game.
High in the air, out to right.
Robles.
Sizing this one up.
Whew, I didn't know that Robles was going to be able to get to that because I don't think he had the cleanest jump on it, but just enough speed.
A couple of errors and 1 man left.
A couple of errors?
We're tied, 0-0.
The hell did I get tagged with 2 errors in that inning? Are you serious?
Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters are.
Man, almost identical. 3 hits to 4 hits, 3 strikeouts to 4 strikeouts. 0's where you want to see them, for us at least. 4 innings pitched for each side as we head top 5.
Musgrove back to work. On the ground to
We're
third.
late. God damn it.
Machado throws to first in time. And the leadoff hitter retired in the 5th. So the lineup flips over. Stepping in, Victor Robles. And a strike.
That's fine.
Robles, 27 years old, and he's been touching home plate quite a bit lately, scoring 8 runs over the last 10 games. Base knock center field.
Thought that might actually
So now with 1 away.
get grabbed by the second baseman there.
Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. Ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity.
Okay,
right
thank
on top
God
of
that went foul. It would have been a little unfortunate to turn that into a double play, but also wouldn't be the most surprising. It's inside, good take. We need to slow down a little bit here.
And that one fouled off.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Not close with that one.
Who's
It's 2-2.
on? Okay, he has enough speed maybe to try and get to second.
Swing and
Fuck
a miss.
me,
Struck
that's
him
circle
out.
change.
That
is
using the whole field. He was out in front there. Just needs to let
his
the ball
5th
travel a
best
little more. His
pitch.
timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
Oh, look at the stop. Gathers and throws, and that's a nice play to end the inning. Mariners leave 1.
I got a little
And we're still
fooled with
knotted
the
at 0.
fuck.
Back here
I got a little
at
fooled with
we head to the bottom
the
of the
quick
5th.
pitch there.
Here is
I wasn't even going to steal. Probably would have been better to let that one go. That cutter is very effective against me.
and that's
And that slider is just not working for Castillo. It is. It does not look good. And the sinker, like the sinker is sinking too much, and the slider isn't sliding at all. And I need both of those like in the middle of those 2 previous
in the
statements.
air center field. Rodriguez settles under it, nabs it, and there's 1 down. So digging in now for San Diego, Jake Cronenworth. And that gets the top of the zone for a strike.
Man, I mean, nice job just presenting it to be better than it actually was.
Next offering is in for a strike. Swings
There we
through
go.
it, and that's a strikeout.
It's a good use of the circle change by me.
Seemed to be over as soon as it started. 3-pitch strikeout. You've got to be better at the plate right there, at least to foul something off, extend that at bat.
Jason Hayward, the next to hit, flied to right his first time. And that's off the inside edge. And that's ball one.
That looked like a strike to me.
Just missed.
And we threw that one just a little too far out. Darn it.
Next offering is
That was a bad time to take my hand off the controller. Even if it was just for a moment.
That one fouled off.
Hayward really likes that inside
Two down,
fastball.
nobody on. Last half of inning number 5. Swing and a ground ball.
Offer does not have a good.
Base hit.
Look, I don't think that pitch would have been called a strike.
A lot of yellow jumps. A lot of unsure jumps by our defense here in this one.
Ornelas in the box here lets that one go for a ball. There's the strike.
Ugh. That sinker didn't sink.
In there for a strike at the bottom of the zone.
Change was nice.
Stays
Foul ball.
alive. Swing and a ground ball, base hit right field.
I think that one was kind of on me.
2 out hits.
Wasting no time.
We can take a look at the replay, but it was another one of those like yellow jumps, which if you know, blue is the best, green is good, yellow is middle, and red is bad. But Polanco here, yeah, just a little, feels like he's a little flat-footed, and definitely a delay. Part of me thought it was on me because I kind of pulled the stick to the left a little bit when I shouldn't have.
Seriously, we're starting with this already. Swing and a foul out of play.
What kind of speed do we have? 42 speed, 44 speed, so it might take something a little on the deeper side to get him.
Man, I'm pretty impressed out there on the mound right now. I mean, these are tough spots where pitchers really got to bear down. Those last 2 pitches were well executed.
0-2 now. That one just misses.
God, if that was in yesterday's
game. I
game.
don't know how you take that pitch. That's as close as it gets.
Popped up.
Crawford with the diamond jump there.
Squeezes it, and that's the inning. Padres lead.
So a couple extra hits get by guys, just not
Still nothing on the scoreboard.
reading it well or fast enough or whatever.
Back here in San Diego, here's the catcher, Cal Raleigh.
Okay. So each team with 5 hits so far. We have an extra error somehow.
First pitch, not close.
Well, these Mariners finding ways to get on base, but they still need help driving them home. Runners left on base really comes down to timing. Can you put together your best at-bats in the most important moments? That's a difference maker. They've stranded a lot of runners on base in this game.
Swing and a miss as he chases that one darting out of the
fucking
zone.
horrible swing.
Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
It's a good pitch sequence there. It was a circle change out of the zone. Fastball in the zone. We're way too early, then we're way too late.
That one back
Okay,
up the
we
middle
work
and
a
it
single
gets
out of it.
through.
I'll take one. I'll take
So
that.
a man
It's not
on
great,
base to
but
start the
it'll work.
inning. Luke Raley digs in now. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. This
Oh
one in the
my
air.
fucking god.
Arrives.
That goddamn cutter.
Brings it in. And there's one down.
Just not seeing it at
Here's
all.
the left fielder, Randy Arozarena.
Possibly thinking about home run number 100 here. He's just one shy of that milestone.
And
To
we roll
short,
over the
could be
sweeper.
2. Bogarts with the throw to first.
I'm so frustrated with myself.
They get the out on Arozarena.
Oh, he's doing a nice job.
Such
of
good pitch
keeping the
sequencing
ball
against
out of
me
the
because
air,
it's
lets the defense work behind
a
it with
lot of the
another
circle
ground
change
ball.
and
Good
sweeper.
execution.
Shenton at the plate now. And
Those
that's
are like
inside.
those 3 pitches are so good against me.
And that's way
Interesting
high.
decision that they did not try for the double play, but they did get the sure out at first.
Second, and we're the top half of the sixth.
We can make them.
Next pitch is
There we go.
downstairs.
That's what we're looking for.
3 balls, no strikes.
And ball
That's the
4,
ball.
2
Take your
aboard.
Yeah.
He
Didn't take my hands off the
take
controller
bat
because I
off
wanted to
his
try and be a
shoulder
little
the
bit more
entire
aggressive.
The batter
And the
is
Padres
set.
manager
And they're gonna
making
go
his
to the
way towards
bullpen.
mound as he
I
will
don't know if
make
we've gotten a look at who's in
Joe
the
Musgrove is
bullpen.
done in this one, and the line not closed on him yet as he's responsible for the runners on base. Back with a new pitcher after this.
Now pitching for
On the mound
Padres,
now, Trent Thornton.
number
And one
46.
thing on him, he's been really good this season at keeping the ball in the park. Not an easy guy to take deep.
And up next for Seattle, Jorge Polanco. His home and away splits there.
Wow. 6 home runs and 15 RBI either way. And we have not had a ton of away games. We've piled them up recently, but 13 of our first 16 were at home. Back.
Squirts away a little bit, but no advance from the runners.
Oh, shoot. It's our guy. It's our old pitcher, Trent Thornton. I was looking at a Red Dead Redemption PS4 box. Sweeper at 84, a slider at 92, 4-seam at 98, a curveball at 84, and a sinker at 97.
And another ball.
Good spot for the hitter.
He's a little
Definitely has the
wild.
advantage in this count with runners on. Look
I
for
think
him to
we
be
were able to
aggressive on
use
this
him just
pitch.
effectively enough to kind of goose his stats. He's not a super highly rated pitcher.
And it is 2-1.
I mean,
A little
that's just
frustrated
not
in
a
the
strike.
zone.
Up and
No,
in,
that's the ball.
and the count is 3-1.
Just doesn't seem to want to throw him a fastball.
That's a 4-pitch walk right there. That loads the bases.
2 on, 2 outs. That one is absolutely belted.
Go,
That's
go,
back.
go, go,
And that
go.
lands inside
Let's go, Jorge
the
Polanco. 2-out, 3-run blast off our old pitcher, Trent Thornton.
And they
Sorry, buddy.
make it. It's 3-0.
Boog, his plan was to hit the
That was a
ball hard,
4-pitch
and he
walk.
was gonna figure
And now
out the rest
the
later.
Padres
You
are mad
can't
that
argue
was a
with those
strike
results.
call instead of a ball because they led to a 3-run blast. Whew, we finally break through. We get into the bullpen and we're able to take advantage on the first batter that they face. And the only pitch in the strike zone, by the way.
Knew what pitch he wanted to hit. Spent on some other pitches in this at bat. Was very patient, and it paid off.
So 2 down
Yeah.
at the plate.
That was the
JP
only pitch
Crawford.
in the strike zone. Legitimately the only pitch in the strike zone. Oh, and he got
Swing
me.
and a ball popped in the air. Out to shallow center.
Sorry there, Crawford.
And that
Didn't
is
adjust
that.
the PCI well enough. But we'll head to the bottom of the 6th, up 3.
Three-run shot for
That's a
Seattle.
positive.
It's now 3-0. This
And that's
is
a little bit
Mariners
how we
baseball
typically
on the
play,
show,
especially against some of
Northwest.
the better teams in the league. And the Padres are one of the better teams in the league. It's going to be
Bottom of the 6th inning.
It's going to be one good swing. Maybe we're able to work a walk. Maybe we're able to get a hit in there beforehand, but
Well, after putting up a
that's
nice
a
inning on offense,
strike.
got some
Are
runs
you out of
across.
your
This is where you
fucking
look for the
mind?
starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope.
We had our heart broken so many times in yesterday's game that I wasn't even sure that that was going to be a home run. Because we'd put good contact on it. It's a little bit lighter wind, 3 miles an hour blowing in this time, as opposed to, I believe, 6 yesterday. But we just saw good contact just die in the outfield, so wasn't as excited as I thought I would be with that. Jesus God in heaven.
Out to center. That's back.
That is a little bit more what I thought we were going to
Makes
get.
the catch.
A real good piece of contact just died by the warning track.
The first
Anything
baseman,
after
number
that, a
4,
hitter or
Louis.
two is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
Okay.
So digging in, Luis Arias. 0 for 2 in this one.
Speaking of scores, Oop, there's Arena with another yellow. Okay, we're able to at least hold that one to a single. Didn't get to the wall.
The first move felt like a bit of a guess. You have to be right in those spots or things can get away
Now
from you
batting,
awfully
right
quickly.
fielder,
Yeah, I threw that one a little outside, but it didn't get to the good God.
Tonight, his
Neither
slider's been
pitch got to the
really
quarter the way that I
impressive.
wanted it
tight
to.
spin. Seems like the
One
hitters
away.
aren't picking it up out of the hand.
Let me go back in. I'm gonna have to take a look at the.
Fernando Tatis Jr. signed by the
Where
White
did we
Sox
get a second error?
2015 for $700,000.
Fuck.
And then eventually moved in the James Shields trade in June of 2016. Goes down looking.
Bell just couldn't pull the trigger on the fastball right there, and I don't think he was taking it, thinking it might be a called ball or anything. I just think he was flat out frozen. Did not expect that location, in my opinion.
There's a nice strike. There's no way that he just said that he went around. There's no way that was going to be a ball. That is ridiculous. That is ludicrous umping.
And Manny gets a piece. The 0-2. Breaking ball misses down and away. I've gotten to call some incredible NLDS games here at Petco Park between the Padres and their fierce rivals, the LA Dodgers. NLDS Game 4 here in 22 when the Padres knocked off LA, and then Game 4 in 2024 when the Dodgers started their comeback and eventual run to the World Series. One of the great fan environments in baseball.
Goodness
Swing and a ball
gracious.
hammered left field. He won't get there. That should be extra bases. Coming home. Now a relay to the plate. It's
We had it, but it was a red throw.
And now just a two-run deficit.
A costly mistake
It's
in the out.
oh, it's an abysmal jump. It's an abysmal fucking jump in left field. It's a flat red this time. He like got completely turned around. No shot, and now he has enough arm to get the ball in. But then Crawford, we hit a red there. Otherwise, I mean, it's going to be tight. But if it's a better throw, it's at least a shot.
Read and terrible timing for that to happen. That's a play you just want to forget about.
Lifted in the air, right center field. Polanco on the move. He's got it. And that will end the inning.
The good news is they're doing it's very small amounts of damage against us. It's like, here's a 2-out single. Here's another 2-out single. We hold them. Here's a double or whatever. Like we're not. It's not a consistent effort against us.
Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Ron Marinaccio.
Marinaccio.
Game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Back to the top of the order now. Now it's the
Four seam at 96. Circle change at 84. Sweeper at 82. Oof, my God, that's just a horrible swing.
You take a note, you see the hitter's willingness to chase that pitch upstairs, get deeper in the count, try to climb the ladder.
That's
Really needed that ball call. Let's take a look at their lineup. Straight lefties. Okay, so we'll bring in Morhone.
That's a ball. Went with the sweeper. That one misses.
Man, that's a 4-pitch walk, and we gave them a strike. Damn.
That one misses.
Hey, it's a 5-pitch
so
walk.
Leadoff walk.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
Donovan Solano up next for the Mariners. 1 for 3.
Let him throw a strike here.
That one
Because
misses.
technically
That's
we
5
gave him that
straight.
strike on a ball that was way out of the zone. So
Line drive.
actually okay with that.
Makes the catch, and there's
Thought that we would have a little bit better contact on it, but we were looking at a pretty good spot there. Looking for a little bloop shot to
And now
drop.
for Seattle, Julio Rodriguez. He's one of the faster guys just by pure sprint speed in the majors. Check swing, and he went. And that's strike 1.
0-1.
And downstairs.
God damn it.
Robles
Thank you for the check
stands at
swing.
first with 1 out. Pickoff throw. Robles dives back in. Robles runs. Pitch in for a strike. Throw there.
Okay, so I'm not doing anything with the slide.
Knocks that one
Foul
away.
it off.
And we'll
That
do
was
it
not
again.
exactly the swing that I wanted.
Opposite field power. What I like about something being hit to the right side into the outfield is that the base runner at second has a very good read and can determine whether or not he can score on that base hit.
And now 2-2. Line drive, base hit. Stop sign goes up at third. Runners at the corners with one out.
Well, he wasn't afraid to hit with 2 strikes. I think he choked up a little bit, maybe spread out, but he got the job done right there.
Cal Raleigh.
Can't
Up
take a
next
look
for
at
the
the replay.
Mariners. In the dirt, blocked.
No ball.
Well
One
done
strike.
behind the dish.
What happened there?
In the infield at the corners, don't be surprised to see them come home first and prevent that run from scoring.
2 on, 1 out.
Ball.
That one inside. And now it's even 1-1.
He might want to steal second in this spot, but he's dealing with a catcher that has one of the best pop times in the game. He needs to pick his spot
2-1.
very wisely.
That misses. 2-1. Runners at the corners, 1 away. Here in the top half of inning number 7. Squirts away a little bit.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Count moves to 2-2 as the runners.
We need to step out.
Time is called.
This,
here
I think, is a
in the
4-pitch
spot. Maybe
walk.
just reminding himself
Yeah.
to breathe. Move to first. Rodriguez back on a dive. First and third, 1 down. Runner on the go. Swing and a miss. Go to second. Out there. And the inning is over.
Trying to make something
strike him
happen
out,
there
throw him
on
out, double
offense,
play.
but that's the risk you run. Awesome. Strike him out, throw him out, double play.
I think that might have actually been the only pitch that was in the zone. It's just an inexcusably bad at bat with Raleigh. That fucking circle change.
We all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And
The pitcher, he was wild the entire time, and we gave him at least 3 horrendous swings, probably more, honestly.
Strikeouts.
Cronin work.
There's a strike.
good late sink on that fastball out of the hand.
And we did not use our closer. Oh, we did use our closer yesterday, I believe.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Got him looking. That's a strikeout.
There we go.
Well, he's going to have some thinking to do when he leaves the ballpark after
Now
this
batting,
one. That was
the
his 3rd
designated hitter,
strikeout, and this
Jason
one looking, obviously, so he's been a little overmatched. He's got to find a way just to be more competitive up there at the plate.
Hayward, batting with 1 down, takes a strike. The Padres trailing by 2 here at the bottom of the 7th. Out to short. Crawford throws to first in time.
There we go.
2 up,
Okay.
2 down.
So if we get through this little lefty lane, we could bring in a righty, and then there is a little bit of a righty lane.
Right there.
And that one
I
fouled
think.
off.
Here. Let's look. So, yeah, so it's 4 straight lefties as the lineup flips over. And then we could bring in some righties, and that'd be fine.
2 down, nobody on. Out to short, Crawford.
Okay,
Padres go down
so we're going to go ahead and
1, 2,
leave in
3.
Morhone for
Nothing
one
doing there
more.
for the Friars. Score holds.
And then we can
It's
warm
3-1.
up. I forget who our righty is that we have up. Oh, God. Rayleigh's over 3. Rosarena's over 3. Shenton's over 2. We are not batting well.
Now pitching for
Welcome
the
back,
Padres.
and a new arm on the mound to
Ooh,
start
Yuki
the game.
Matsui.
Yuki Matsui.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
And stepping in for the
Leading off
Mariners, Luke
the first
Raley.
baseman, Luke
4-seam at 95, a splitter 88, a cutter 89, sweeper 83, 12-6 at 77.
Matsui
We're way late on that.
8 inches, 29 years old, and he was born
Really
in
not
Japan.
anticipating a fastball.
That one missed.
Probably shouldn't have worried about it.
Swings through that one for strike 2.
That was a horrible location. We were just not even...
Upstairs, 2-2.
Way to lay off that fastball up right there. You're looking for something you see well that you can handle, but you also have to keep
just
discipline
another
so
disaster
that
as
you're not
that ball.
popping up pitches that are just a little too high.
First out in the top of the 8th.
Well, we saw a solid effort out of their starter, and the bullpen is following suit. It's just a good day as a manager or as a pitching coach when you can hand the ball off to multiple
Yep, we were
arms.
too early on a
Just
sweeper,
ability from all the
79 miles
performances.
an hour.
Rosarena in the box with 1 away as he takes ball 1. Out in front with the swing, and that is strike 1.
That checks out.
Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Robert
Yeah,
Suarez
fucking of course you
getting
do
ready to
that.
go. Swing and a high fly ball, pretty well struck right field. Back there. Makes the grab on a leaping play.
Robbed by Tatis.
Fuck.
Fuck.
Team up, but even more so the player.
God
Excited to see
damn
how they
it.
respond.
That was a Rosarena's home run number 100, except for Fernando Tatis was in the way.
Now it's
Just
the
late on a
DH,
sweeper.
Austin Shenton. Pulls that one foul.
Shenton actually, we bat better with him against lefties for some reason.
And he hits a ground ball
And of
right
course, I
side.
say that and drive
He takes it
a
himself
sweeper
to
into the
bag,
ground.
and that'll do it.
Okay, so we almost had one more,
But they still lead it
but
3-1.
we don't. It's a 2-run lead. We're leaving in Morhone for one more lefty bat, and then we will bring in a righty, even though there is a lefty. And if we could just get through this clean, then
Ready for the bottom of the eighth.
Munoz can look at a really
Man,
just 3 straight righties, unless they do some substitutions.
Hit on the ground to the right side. And foul ball.
This will be Morhone's last at bat, or last batter,
Next
excuse me.
offering is fouled back.
Fuck, that is so frustrating.
Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. And
All right, and with that, Morhone gets the 4 outs I need from him, and we will hit the bullpen. We will warm up. We will put in
and here comes
Brash.
the Mariners manager to the
And
mound.
here we go.
Pitching change coming. Adrian
It's a
Morhone
2-run lead. We have
comes
not
for the
batted
9-2
well
run
here. We've
ball
got a
game
bunch
as
of
he
hits.
heads for the
I'm
dugout
still
and will be
confused
back
about how
with
we
the
have
pitcher.
2 errors there. I'll have to go back and look at the thing and see if it'll give me
Pitcher
the
for
like
Mariners, Matt
termination or
Brash.
whatever.
7.
This guy's a strike thrower. He's done an excellent job of avoiding walks so far this season.
Mets take the Yankees out today.
Bogarts stands in now and watches strike 1.
Well, that's really the money spot. Down and away. If you can locate that consistently, it's going to be real tough for hitters to square that up. That's what you'd love to see relievers do coming out of that bullpen.
Gets the call.
Here we
and
go.
It's 0-2.
How do we? Let me know in the comment section below. How do you feel about rivalry weekends? So I think it'd be interesting to rank the rivalry weekend matchups, because they would be very different against actual rivals. You know what I
It doesn't
mean?
matter how many highlight reel plays you make if you can't execute the small stuff, just like we saw.
Next for the Padres, Luis Arias.
All right, we're just gonna try and get through this lefty at bat.
There for a strike.
If we add anything on, that's a bonus, but we'll have 3 straight righties
That's a
for
really
Munoz
good
to
right
face.
there. Slider down and in. Very difficult to get on the same plane and do anything with.
Up the middle.
Hey, nice job.
Grab.
Nice
Way up, way
grab.
down for San Diego.
Okay.
And they still trail it here.
We head
3-1.
top 9. We're up 2.
Robert Suarez takes over on the mound. He's pitching
Now
on 2 days
for the
rest.
Padres, number 75, Robert Suarez.
And now for Seattle, Jorge Polanco. He's already homered here in this
102
one.
on a fastball, 100 on a sinker, circle change at 90, cutter at 95.
Called strike, a sinker at the bottom of the zone. Activity in the bullpen for San Diego. Matt Waldron getting loose out there. Vasquez, a hard-throwing right-hander, up as well. Behind 0-2, he steps out for time.
Quickly into an 0-2 count. Both pitches were down in the zone. I think you set your sights a little bit higher because you'll have a tendency to chase if you look down in that area.
Very late, but we get some wood on it.
Again. That one out to right. Tatis sizes this one up, hauls it in for the out. And there's one away. J.P. Crawford will hit next. 0 for 3 in this one.
Crawford.
And
That's
that
inside.
misses. Ball 1. Suarez, an all-star a season ago. He features a 4-seam fastball, a sinker, a changeup, and occasionally uses a cutter.
That was absolute gas. Triple digits on the gun. It's just a different experience as a hitter watching that go by.
Great. I just really like this inside corner here.
And a foul ball.
Early? That one felt like I overcorrected. Just early, okay.
2-2 down. Fights it off. He'll see another. Still 2-2
That
after
one's
the
late
foul
again.
ball.
Also really good.
Oh,
at
good.
bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. And it remains
That one was
2-2.
early. That was a good time for a circle change. Very lucky to get a piece of the bat on that.
Cut on and lifted in the air. Tatis after it. Hauls it
We're giving Fernando Tatis a lot to do out in right field. Robbing home runs, making cool catches on the run.
Base is empty. Victor Robles
Very
down
early.
the plate. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. In the air, center field.
That is out number
Merrill
3.
makes
Okay.
the grab, and that'll end
Well,
the
we
inning.
will bring in
Nothing
our
across
closer,
here
and
in
we'll
this
hopefully
half. On
shut
to the
this
bottom of
game
inning
down.
number
It's
9.
3-1 as we head to the
We'll
bottom of the
find
ninth. It
6
is the
coming
scary
up.
part of the
It's
lineup. It's
Mariners
Tatis, it's
3,
Machado,
the Padres
it's
1.
Diaz. 4, 5,
All set
6.
for the
And we will go ahead and go manager, and we will put Munoz, our closer, in the game. A perfect 15 for 15, 17 games on the year. 1-1 record. Not exactly sure where that loss came from, but
right side, hard hit.
it was not a blown save.
That's a huge defensive play in the late stages of the game. It might not be the most challenging we've seen today, but it needed to be made. That's helping your team.
Machado in the box.
We are
now.
kind of
No
climbing up
balls
the
and a strike.
leaderboard here. One more, we can tie Bautista. Colossae still in first. He's been in first for most of the
Trying
season.
to close out
I
a
mentioned
2-1
yesterday
lead
that,
here in the last half of inning number 9. Throws to first in time. 2 up, 2 down.
Colossae, big lead, but he's been stagnant as we've been
Elias Diaz,
climbing up that
the next up
leaderboard.
for the Padres.
I feel like he was in double digits with like 14 or 15, and the next closest was like 8.
There's the slider. 0-1. And there's a ball.
Ooh.
2-run game with 2 away here in the bottom of the 9th. That clips the corner.
Well, so many hard
Okay.
relievers
That was
in
like
game
the
these
same
days.
spot?
You would think that hitter's
That actually was a little further outside.
I don't know.
And
Swing
game.
and a miss, and he
Okay,
got him.
so a relatively
That's the ball game.
stress-free, stressful
22 wins in a row.
9th inning, but we get yet another victory. 22 in a row, baby, and we did not bat well in this game at all. We have struggled against this San Diego Padres staff, and the only hit that we got that mattered was off of the pitcher that we had earlier this season. Thornton gets the loss, or should get the loss. Even though it's Joe Musgrove who gets the loss, 3-3 on the year for him. Castillo picks up win number 7. Munoz save number 16. We had 8 hits, still confused by the 2 errors. I'll try to figure that out in just a moment. We gave up 7 hits. We did a good job of containing this offense to not doing too much damage against us. We gave up the 3 runs yesterday. We cut that down, but they did have runners on base pretty consistently in this game, but we just didn't allow them to get things going in a consistent manner to bring more runs across. There's the 3-run home run that gave us the lead, and unfortunately, that has been the case for a lot of games that we have played throughout the season. Has just been like, wow, we are, or throughout the entire series, this, what the hell? Where's this going? What was that shot? What the heck? What a replay. We see this frequently throughout this series. As far as the years that I've been doing this in MLB The Show is like, hey, here's 1 inning. And we got 3, and then we gave 1 right back, and it was goose eggs the rest of the game for both sides. Let's take a look here at the box score real quick. Donovan Solano had 2 of them. Game log. F9, F7. Deflected hit, E4. Okay. Mariners batting. 5-4-3 double play. Solano struck out Diaz. Merrill popped down to Crawford. F8. 6. Polanco homer to right foot. P3, P6, F8, P4. Oh, errors. Gotcha, that's where I need to be. Errors 2. Padres batting. Bogarts grounded to center for a single. Arise reached first on fielder's choice, FC. Bogarts advances to second. Tatis Jr. grounds into double play. Arise is out. Bogarts advances to third. Machado flies out. Where were 2 errors? Arise reached on first. Okay, so that would make sense. Bogarts advances to second. Grounded to a double play. Bogarts advances to third. Machado flied out to Robles. Why would they charge 2 errors to that? 1, sure. So that would be inning number 4, Padres batting. Batting teams, Padres. 4th. So this would be the fielder's choice. And then that one, yeah, this is the one that goes, it's going to pull Polanco off the bag. And then this one's a double play. The rare double play. That we actually get to participate in. I don't understand how that was 2 errors. I mean, I get one of them, yeah, absolutely, but whatever. Polanco, 2 for 4 with a home run, 3 runs knocked in, and he scored a run. Raleigh was 2 for 4 with a double and a run. Robles, 1 for 4, with a walk and a strikeout. Shenton, 0 for 3 with a run, though. Munoz picks up save number 16. Luis Castillo gets your win. 6 innings pitched, 7 hits, 5 strikeouts. No walks, 1 earned on his line. Musgrove gets charged with 2 earned runs in 5.2 innings pitched. 6 hits, 5 strikeouts, 1 walk. Ornelius? Teresa Ornelius? 2 for 3 with a double. Machado, 1 for 4. Arise and Bogarts, all 1 for 4 with some various extra stats in there for fun. Okay. There you go. We win. 1 good swing against our former player, and that's what we are able to do today. A Ball into the Habit pack. Fantastic. That feels like a great pack to rip as we will be ready for Game 3 in this series. Bryce Miller 4-1 with a 3.29 ERA, taking on Yu Darvish 4-2 with a 3.56 ERA. As the Mariners look to sweep the San Diego Padres tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Pacific time. Let's jump in and grab or rip a pack here. Balling is a habit. See if we get anything good. No. Okay, I was waiting for that to turn to a different color. I guess a gold's not awful. Marcelo Zuna. Ooh, a quick sell for 1,200. Absolutely. All right. As we approach 100,000 stubs in the bank, I will bid you farewell. Thank you so much for watching today's episode, today's game. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, subscribe over here. If you'd like to be notified, you can ring the bell down below. New baseball right over here in this playlist every day at 6 p.m. Pacific time. And you can check out up there for this morning's video. It's a taste test of a Little Caesars exclusive Mountain Dew. Is it worth going to Little Caesars for that? I don't know. Click the video to find out. Thank you again for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. We'll catch you tomorrow for Game 3, Padres, Mariners, 6 p.m. Pacific time. We'll see you then. Good sports. Go Mariners. Have a great rest of your night.